Yo, boom, we back like crime in the streets. It's the Bodega brothers. Headkrack, Travii and Keynote. It's an effing podcast, man. Welcome back, y'all.
Hey, yo, what's going down? What's going down? Are we recording?
Yeah, this is live. And
man, people only knew what we go through.
We record an episode before we even start recording the episode, pretty much.
Yeah, we've been at it all evening doing this, trying to troubleshoot it, man. If it ain't one thing and it's another, it's amazing. Sometimes I think we need to go see like a voodoo priestess to get some type of hex removed, because it's like, yo, it'd be the smallest thing. It'd be like, yo, not sometimes, no, just every time, and we just plan for it because something's gonna be screwed up. You know, I feel
like it's that thing that was on the wing on the plane in that Twilight Zone episode, but it's like, it's like our internet and stuff like that. And then when you try to correct it, it like sticks its finger in your face and goes.
No. Oh, the Dikembe Mutombo finger?
No, like you remember the one like John Lithgow was on the plane, you know what I'm saying, in Twilight Zone
storming.
Yeah, and then like he tried to like pull a gun on him and shoot him like off the wing, and then like he got in his face. It was like yeah, that's how like the Noid that be fucking with us.
I always get that one confused with the dude who played Star Trek, Captain Kirk.
Oh,
that episode.
That was like the OG one from what I understand. And I looked at it online for reference just so I can know what was going on. And man, Rod Sterling was ahead of the freaking pack.
Yo, he was ill, man. Do you think he was doing psychedelics? I think he was, especially during that time, man.
Oh, yeah.
Or he had like some of that original recipe Coca-Cola,
I think so. Something was going on, man. Even that glassy stare he would give back to the camera as he introduced his tales.
Was that him at the beginning that would like pop it off?
Yeah.
I had no idea that was Rod Sterling. I thought that was just like some handsome, like, cigarette smoking gentleman they just sent out there because they knew the ladies would like it.
Well, man, he could spin a yarn as well as look into the camera with a model like gaze. He could make it happen, man.
Yeah, he had that original elixir.
Yeah, he did.
Word. And the crazy thing is like this is what we're starting with, right? And then like, then we'll end up someplace else. That's why like, the analytics is just all over the place.
Just glad we're finally together. Like, are you okay? You were feeling pretty bad the other night, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, the problem is every now and then you like, break through a new threshold on drug use. And I say that lightly, right? I'm not a hard drug user. Like I stick to my my weed, my edibles,
stuff that grows.
Yeah, stuff that grows. Ayahuasca retreats and a whole nine. However, I went out to dinner with some friends of mine, and shout out to Money and Dave. And
what up?
They make stuff. So I like to eat a gummy when I'm going to like a new restaurant because I want the food to be top tier, right? Which is probably like the opposite way that you should do things. So you don't be like, oh, this is the best food I ever had. Nah, fam, you were high. However, so we go to this spot. I ate a gummy before we left. And then when I linked up with Money, he's like, yo, I made these cookies made of keef. And I'm like, I've heard of that. So cool. Yeah, like I'll have one of your keef cookies. So I ate the whole keef cookie, and it's on top of the gummy that I ate like maybe 30 minutes prior. And like, so the food is coming. And everything just tastes amazing. And once again, I feel like it was because the food was actually amazing.
Right.
But, then it comes to a point where I feel like, you know what? I am getting a little high here. Oh, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to drive us home tonight. That's not happening.
Right.
So I get in the car and, man, there's no water in the car. I want I'm rolling the window down, just trying to like, suck in air like the Joker in the second Dark Knight movie, the one that Christopher Nolan did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yeah.
So we pull up to our driveway and I'm like throwing up in the driveway for like 30 minutes. Like the food whole, like, in its entirety.
Because it's not digested yet. It's not.
Not at all. So like I felt like none of those calories counted.
No,
you know what I mean? I could go back and eat again if I wanted to. Yeah. And man, I just felt so gross. And I was just like, hey, God, man, don't let me die like this. Not like this. This is not how I want to go out, man. Like, come on, man. Like, please. Like, I didn't even feel like I was well enough to get up out of the chair that I was sitting in the driveway to walk in the house. Like, I have not been that fucked up. I don't think I've ever been that fucked up.
Yeah, because like, when I got the call, it's like, yo, Crack's not gonna be able to do it. I was like, yeah.
He called me and it's like, yo, I heard Headkrack moaning in the background.
Yeah, I just hear you going, oh man. I was like, what's wrong? Oh, it's physical. Like he's throwing up. Basically, was saying he's throwing up without saying he's throwing up. And I was hearing him, now here, hey, yeah, just you tell them they just do it. Tell him to do literally. This is not me being funny. Tell him to do it. Just as she's walking away with the phone, just do it. I was like, oh man. To where I called Trav. I was like, dude, man, like, yo, he sounded like having a bad one. He's emotional. He's throwing up, man. It's not good.
There was points during it where it felt very ayahuasca-y. You know what I mean? Like where you're having like these conversations with your higher self and God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think I'm cool on doing edibles for a minute.
But you know what? You've always been traditionally sensitive. Some people are to edibles, a little bit more sensitive, even though you'll build up a tolerance. It just seems to me you're a little bit more sensitive. Like for me, it's like it rarely it's a problem. Like I'm one of those guys that's like, just don't feel it unless it's like mega powerful. And even then it's like, there it is. Okay, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? With me, it just runs through my liver quick, I guess. But in some people, which I wish I was, is like more sensitive to it. And I remember there's a few times where I was with you, you know, I'm eating the whole cake and you can do the same thing. And next thing you know, you're on planet Mars. And I'm like, yo, I don't feel nothing.
No, it's been a long time since like I've really like blasted off like that and been completely out of my mind, you know, on it. And you know, I felt like I'd built up that tolerance. And what I don't want to do is like, oh, you got to do more and more and more to get to where you want to be. The next thing you know what I'm saying, you're brain dead. Or what? Not saying that I don't think anyone's ever been brain dead on edibles.
But you just don't want to have a bad night or a bad time with it. That's not the point of it. You know, and you don't want to be sick neither. That's when your body's like, hey, this is too much. Get it out of me. You don't want that.
But for it to be a gummy and a cookie, I did have a sip of champagne, just a sip.
It was the keef, and sometimes it's that it was the keef. And if you add a little bit of champagne, sometimes too, because of the ferment in it, and you know you're eating it, and it goes in your stomach. That's just
that's what happened to me on episode 1, and I was stuck in that hotel room all by myself.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Episode 1. Yep,
that was it. I was trying to just focus, and the thing was, I was out of my comfort zone, so it was even worse.
Man, I gotta get like you guys next episode, man. It's my turn next time. I'm gonna come here blazing.
Nothing will happen to you.
I wouldn't wish last night on nobody. Like I felt gross, man. And the crazy thing is, like, it's always when you got some fly shit on that where you gonna have something happen. Like I had like this whole velour suit, man, and I'm sitting like, I'm sitting in a chair like a porn star, right? Legs just spread all the way out, just so like if I do throw up and it splash, it don't get like nowhere on the outfit or whatnot.
Oh man, because it get all crusty and hard, especially on the velour.
Yeah, then you bring it to the cleaners, they'd be like, yo, figure it out. You know, like
But I mean, you know, yeah. I think you would have been straight if you wouldn't have had that the cookie or whatever it was.
I'm gonna blame the champagne because everybody else had the cookie, they were fine. Like
that's because everybody else you're with are like, do you know how much they consume, Money and Dave?
Yeah,
they do, but they also like, you know,
you don't consume on that level though.
But part of the dinner conversation was heavily about how now I'm a heavyweight and I'll be giving them stuff that knocked them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't be giving them edibles, right? That'd be knocking them out.
No, I do. I be giving. Like,
okay.
I be having what I have. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm freshman. You guys are JV. You know what I mean? And yesterday I felt very freshman.
Also, you probably give them stuff that's like professionally made.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's that, but
you ain't cooking it up in your kitchen.
Yeah, but I mean, hey,
they are. There's no regulation.
And I probably waited like too late in the day to reach back out and be like, "Hey, are you guys okay?" You know what I'm saying?
This only has 5 milligrams in it. Shit, you probably ate 500 milligrams last night.
Yo, I watched them eat a whole cookie too, and
I gave them though.
And I gave them something else. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Okay, like, no, I feel you.
Word to puff. I'm the definition of half man, half drugs. You know?
It just sounds like almost like it's reminiscent of the tale from the LA trip we both had, where I went and got those brownies from them Russians. It was like before, it was like right before it made it completely legal to where you didn't have to have a license. I had a license, and we were all in LA. And this one Russian spot I go to, they were really cool, man. They had, of course, the stuff that you would get, you know, the packaged stuff that you get from the labs and stuff. One of the Russian dudes is like, yeah, my mom makes our brownies, makes our like baked goods. And he gave me 2 big ass brownies. And me and Crack, man, we killed them joints. And the rest of the time I'm going to a friend's house up in I think Chino or something. I'm driving. I'm fine. And Crack's having an adventure at LA Live, trying to get into random people's cars so he can feel safe. Stuff.
Is that the one you shot the video for, Crack?
Yeah, like that was actually the inspiration for the song Cali, which is
there you go.
Streaming now on YouTube.
All platforms.
On all the YouTubes.
All the YouTubes.
All the YouTubes.
All the that.
Yeah,
stuff.
but but that's the cool thing too about sometimes doing these things so you can have adventures and stories to tell. Because I thought I was like done like having like, oh, I got so high one time stories, and like that was another one for the book. And I cannot wait to go back to that restaurant. They made food that I didn't think was possible, like forbidden food experience. They had this one thing that was like sweet potatoes and minced up apples together. And it gave you just a little bit on your plate like it was caviar.
Makes it special.
It made it special. Like I was explaining it to everybody at the table. I was like, yo, this is like when you crossing over from eating baby food to eating adult food.
And you're like, yo, what is this?
Like, whoa, this is textured. There's some content here. I like it. Boom, man. Man, but what's been up in y'all world, man? I like freaking miss you guys, man.
I miss you too, bro. Man. Well, I know I was supposed to be training for this race, and me and Travii are supposed to be having because we're supposed to be racing. Yeah, both of us got like deathly ill, like sick, flued up. We used them flu boys.
Well, I don't know if it was the flu. We had that trifecta, whatever that new shit's going.
Whatever. I don't even know what the hell.
Yeah, it was pretty rough recovery, man. That's why this got all like this. You know, I didn't get to put any Just for Men in my shit or nothing. I need a fade. But it is what it is.
It gives you edge, man. Like, yo, Travi's dangerous.
It does, man. It gives me edge. Like, yo, if I was to take my hat off, right? I'm not gonna do it. But if I was, my hair comes all the way down to my chin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He said it's like a picture like with the Eddie Munster like widow.
Yeah.
That's kind of ill, man.
It looks like he would kill the innocent. You know,
but
what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
the only part of my hair that grows on my head.
It's like really? You're like the new General Zod. You know what I'm saying? Like with the
you guys make me want to do it. You make me want to do it, but I'm not.
Yo, that could be like your trademark. Like sometimes people are known by specific things. Busta Rhymes used to be known for like his rambunctious energy in his hair. Same thing with Ludacris. When he had the afro and then when he cut his afro, everybody's like Ludacris is not the same. What if your thing is you got that ill like curl widow's peak thing?
Well, when we do shows, I always take my hat off and I do my hair like all crazy, like in the middle of a set or something. I like fly my hat off and like when I get into it, when
it's amazing because it's long, but it's not thin, but it is thin, but it's not. It's a strange texture. I've been trying to figure it out.
It's probably my crooked white jeans.
They're crooked.
My Caucasus Mountain jeans. My Caucasoid mixed, jeans.
Did you do a 23andMe? Did you do a 23andMe yet? Like, do you know?
No, I don't do that. I don't like people tracking me.
You have
I don't do those AI photos. I don't do them. All that shit y'all be doing. I do, but I don't have TikTok.
Yeah, I don't have that. Well, we have.
That's what's going to keep
hold
you
on,
safe.
real quick. Like though, we do have the TikTok account. I'm never on it because just like Trav, I don't describe TikTok
we leave that
because
up
of privacy issues. But big up to our management, Anna and all that. We do have a TikTok account, so check it out. It's Bodega Bros. We're not
puts up with a lot of shit too, doesn't she? She really
she puts up a lot of our shit. Yeah,
she really does.
Yeah, like
real quick,
we had a post.
I gotta shout something out.
Deleted it.
You did.
I accidentally deleted it. There was a post that I accidentally deleted it. Then I put another post up that was supposed to be on my page because I'm switching back and forth between the thing. I'm still trying to figure that part out. But you guys got to be active on TikTok too. Like,
I don't. I
just not gonna put it on my phone. I'll put it on probably my iPad or something and have that one. You
don't have to do a dance or anything. Like it's just.
How about I get a Russian? I'll get a Russian phone. I'll have the Chinaman hack it.
No, it's because literally, like in other countries outside of America, is illegal and is illegal for a reason. It's not because
because they give us different shit to look at.
Not just that. I'm just saying, as far as like the track, it's not normal tracking. Like all these sites, even sites you visit, just a Tupperware site, they're gonna track you. It's not that. It's like they really track you. They have access to your phone. They have access to your microphone. They have access to your pictures. They have access to your history. They have access to your the strokes when you're typing. More so, even the stuff you're like trying to hide, they have access to all that. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of, it's just certain things. It's like, okay, well, why do you need that? That's how come I don't F with it. But I will be putting on some because we do have a Bodega Brothers does have a TikTok account. So I, need to mess with it and stop just sending it stuff to Anna. You know what I mean?
I knew the tracking was real when I randomly mentioned like 783, and then I picked up my phone and it'd be like 783 tour dates near you. It's like, you fucking what the fuck?
Yeah, man. It's like, I mean, I get it.
Well,
if you're not doing anything, you're not, you don't have to worry about doing anything. If you're not doing anything wrong, you don't have to worry.
Man.
But still, no, it's just
give up a little bit. They're not going to take it all.
Yeah, but regardless, that's either here or there. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not get political on this one. Can episode 4? Can episode 4 be politics free?
How can we not get political where everything that happens around us is political, B?
Oh, look who don't want to get political. You know what
I'm saying? The person who controls the media.
The other man.
Oh man, see,
not the brother man.
Say some shit. See, you got to stop that
real quick. Okay, me and Crack were having this conversation offline, I guess you would say. And Trav, we're checking out this question. I'm gonna ask you, Trav, because he didn't get in on the conversation. So like me and Craig were tripping out talking about we delved into some in quotations old school or classic dives into like third base, the group third base. People don't know. Okay, so check it out. So like, I've always liked MC Search, right? You know what I'm saying? I've always liked him because he could rhyme and and he could dance and all, and he could rhyme mainly. He's kind of cringy with dancing a little bit just because, but yo, as of late, man, and I've always been, I'm a man, Pete Nice, man. Like, yo,
his podcast is fire.
Well, like Pete Nice is like, I've, been a fan of that dude. Just dope. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But as of late, man, I'm finding it harder and harder to ride with MC Search, man.
So what are you asking me?
I'm asking, how do you feel about that situation? Because you know what I'm saying, on some class. We talking classic hip hop right now.
Are we talking about like all the publishing rights that he bought from everybody?
No, not all that. Not that. Not the business stuff. Just him. Because sometimes to me, and I could be really wrong, because I might come off like that in the past. Somebody who don't know me or something, but he seems kind of cringy at times. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like almost like trying too hard. Where when Pete Nice is talking, he's just talking. He's like a dude, and he's talking, and he can tell you it seems authentic. Whereas MC Search sometimes has something to prove. Yes, like why you? And I remember Pete Nice always saying that when they first broke up. Anyway, he was like, "Yo, he a D writer and all this." So it's like, I don't know how to feel no more as a fan of said group.
I mean, sometimes you just got to separate, the history that you feel with said group, and separate what he's doing now, because a lot of people are losing their minds right now. You know what I'm saying? Like. And everybody's handling it in a different form or fashion. And I'm not too familiar with exactly what he's been saying lately. I mean, I'm caught up on the
with the Rakim thing.
The Rakim and the publishing stuff, but I'm not very. I don't hear him talk a lot. Like I read stuff, when I'm just swiping through my phone or whatever. But I've never really focused on just one thing, and I see the stuff that's being said about him, and I tend to lean. If I get too much into that, then it takes away the history that I have with the music. So
I feel you.
I just, I cannot support him now, but I'm still going to go back. I mean, come on, man. Like,
no, I mean, like, even like, musically, he dropped something the other day
that I haven't heard.
Somebody from Far Rockaway that was like out of here, like musically out of here. Yeah. It's just like, when I was looking at the dynamics of like the group and why the group broke up and what was going on at that time, it's just like, like I've heard a lot of Search's side, but then when I heard like what Pete Nice has to say, and just the tone in which he takes when he just tells his story, just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes you believe Pete Nice,
because it's almost like he's almost not reluctant in a way, like he's reluctant to say, it's just like he's an idiot kind of attitude. And usually people that have that kind of attitude tend to be right about the other person. At least I've seen that with older folks. It's like, I don't pay attention to that dude, he's an idiot. And usually I learn, dang, they were right. He's because this other dude's over here being loud and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. It was just something we were talking about beforehand. We was just going, ironically had the same kind of deep dive in the last couple of weeks, going down these rabbit holes. And for some odd reason, I think it was because MC Search dropped something new, and I've been seeing him on Vlad and some other things, like No Jumper. Yeah. So maybe well, I'm gonna hear, like you said, like I want to hear what Pete Nice has to say. Maybe we'll get him on here. We'll get both of them on here.
Well, I heard it. I don't know if it was his podcast, but I heard something like a couple days ago that had Pete Nice. He was talking a whole bunch, and I can see what you're saying. And I'm more towards what he's saying. But if that's his podcast, I want to listen to that all the time.
Yeah, I don't think Pete got a podcast. I know Search has like a podcast, like network.
So Pete was just on something.
So he did something with Cypher Sounds, you know, part of that Juan Epstein situation.
That was it. Yeah. That was what I was talking about. Excuse me.
They're working on a show together, and the stuff that they were talking about had nothing to do with what Search was recently talking about. Because on My Expert Opinion, Search was talking about he.
Shout out to Mr. Mech on there, the homie. Shout out to Mr. Mech on there.
Every time I see him, whatever, like we know that guy. That's our man.
Yeah, big up Mr. Mech, man. Shout outs to you, sir.
But yeah, like Search was like, I'll never get back on stage with him if for insert absurd amount of money, I still would never get on stage with him and do nothing again. And as a fan, it hurts. And then also too, I'm not used to seeing white people argue like this. You know what I'm saying? Like so publicly. Like usually they'll put their hatred aside. I'm sure them niggas in the Rolling Stones don't like each other, but guess what? They go get out there and and hump some 46-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Watch the Metallica documentary then. Them dudes throwing blows.
It's funny he says that because Pete Nice in one of his interviews was talking about that. He was like, "Yo, there's that, he's like, there's always." I made me think of Travii because Crack has said this before, but it's like when there's another white MC around, it's like mostly black and like Mexico or whatever, and there's like not a whole bunch. It's not mixed a whole lot, but then there's like one white MC who's real dope, and there's another white MC who comes around who's real dope. They just don't like each other, and he's like, "Yeah, that's real." He's like, you want to be the dope white dude. You know what this? Like, who's this motherfucker coming around?
Here's the thing with that. Let me say that from the perspective of a white dude who raps, right?
Who's dope, by the way, sir.
Thank you very much. Here's the thing though, man, like nowadays it's different. Like when we were coming up, right? When we were it was a lot harder when Search was coming up, when Beastie was coming up, when the white, even Eminem, like it was harder for a white rapper had to do something amazing in order to even be acknowledged as even being able to have any kind of credibility whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So like it wasn't as competitive. There wasn't very many back then. It wasn't even like there was a lot of them trying to come out. I mean, you could probably count on two hands how many white rappers you guys knew in the early 90s. You had Remedy, you had, even
Milkbone.
Yeah, Milkbone, Remedy.
If you do the Beastie Boys in third base, that's 5 right there.
But that's not really the 90s.
Then there was, you said 80s at first, did he not? Did he say 80s?
I didn't say 80s, but I'll include the 80s. Go ahead.
Okay, so so third base, Beastie Boys, that's 5. Then you got Vanilla Ice, 89, 90. That's 6.
Wait, do you count that though?
Hey man, he was putting words together to rap to say what you want about Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, but he didn't even get credibility from other white rappers.
He's making money right now rapping.
Well, he's also a construction worker.
And that's he's making money still. You figured out
he owns that. It's not like he's out.
Yeah.
No, I'm not dissing my DFW, fellow DFWite.
I used to talk to his sister.
His sister went to middle school with me, man. She used to even back then when I was rapping back then. So she's like, yo, my brother can help. I'm like, I'm good.
So you're at 6 now, Crack.
6. So you mentioned Remedy. Then let's go Apathy. Milkbone.
But can you put? Oh man, Apathy was one of my favorites. But
Everlast, and I even talk about House of Pain era, like when he came out, like with his Sleep on Me Now. Because
but what I'm saying is, could you name more then, or could you name more now?
I used to know every rapper that came out, like back
Slim Jesus.
Back when it was possible, because there was a lot of rappers coming out, but there was so few rappers coming that you knew everybody that was coming out. You know what I mean? Like it was a different time.
Yeah, but how many? Yeah. What I'm trying to say is what to Keynote's point. Keynote's point was what Pete Nice was saying, that other white rappers always want to be the best white rapper and the only But isn't that in general hip hop though?
It's that attitude. It's that attitude. Yo, I'm nice. Yo, I'm gonna be. It's that attitude. Yeah,
it's like a wide receiver in the NFL. They gotta be. They gotta.
You have to be. Yeah. Yeah.
White rappers were considered like 3/4 a man, in the 80s.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So like, you know how many white people I've seen get pulled off stage, like just yanked by their ankles, and just
I've seen that.
Like you had to be, you had to be about that shit. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Back
they were treated worse than women in rap, actually.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I can't speak on that. I don't identify as a woman.
I've never seen some women get pulled over on stage.
But you've seen white people get much just for being on stage.
Yeah.
There's certain
boundaries. Nah, there was man, like, y'all had it tough.
But that's the point though. Now they don't have it tough. Like now they're allowed to get away with shit that someone who came up, like
they're allowed to get away with not being good.
Right.
All you have to do,
and that's not even the worst of
all you gotta do is be as white in there. You know what I mean? Like somewhat marketable. Oh, and you can sing? What? You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be on all the pop stations, and then you'll be on like some of the urban stations, depending on who you get Trojan horsed with. It's crazy how it all like is flipped around and turned full circle. And even what you were saying about like, white MCs, they went through like a lot of similar things that women artists have gone through, and up until recently we're going through, where there could only be one at one time. And like now you're seeing a bunch of people thriving at one time, which is pretty impressive. But
do you feel that they're so similar? That's what's so weird, is that they're thriving, but then they're so similar because it's almost like super strip rap. You know,
like who's a good rapper right now? Like just a pure MC, like new. I'm not talking about somebody still doing it. I'm talking about who's a new.
This Token kid that I be seeing, he's pretty good.
Sick.
Yeah.
Little D, is that his name? Little D raps.
Lil
I follow
Dicky?
him. Not Lil Dicky. Like Lil Dicky used rap to get into Hollywood, and he pretty much from the start said that's what the game plan was.
He did.
So
he did.
So it was like no surprise there. Like Lil D. Is it Lil D or Lil Dicky? No, Lil D. Lil D raps. Lil D. I gotta look him up, man.
See, I don't know what that is. See, the fact that you gotta look him up means that
no, but I follow him and he good and he rap and he raps like he cares.
That's dope.
But these dudes aren't white. Well, there might be one or two down with them. I don't know. But I said I'd have the name this week of this dope rap group, Villain Park.
Never heard of him, but I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, his name is Lil D. I had it right.
Yeah,
Lil D. Like every time you go on his page,
say Lil D.
You'll find him rapping every time.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about.
And if you and I don't know if you ever like listen to him with the sound off, but like the voice and the body don't match. So like if you talk to him on the phone, you'd be like, "That's right, sir. We can offer you affordable roof coverage," but because it's like he sounds a lot older than he really is when he rap. But he put the bars together. Shorty, nice.
There you go.
Oh, that's dope.
I mean, where do we put Post Malone in this? Because he's not really a rapper, but
and that's one thing that pisses me off.
He's a generational artist, though.
Yeah, he is.
You cannot you might not be able just to lock him into that rap category, but he is a generational artist. The dude has more talent in his pinky than like 70 people in the industry.
That's what gets me mad though. The one thing is that he gets the hip hop rap label put on him and awarded and all that. And it's like,
that's because that's how he came out.
Yeah, but check it. But even with that dude, he does like trap folk music. Legitimately, he's doing folk music. He is. Listen to how he sings. Oh yeah, that's folk. I'm
gonna jump out the window and say he's the white D'Angelo.
Oh, don't do that. No,
that's more Travis Lane. That's more Travis Lane.
Stop dissing. That's another thing we need to get into is your disrespect for R&B.
I'm not dissing R&B.
Not you, him, down there at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, no, I like R&B. I don't like new R&B so much. I like old stuff even before my time. That's the stuff I like even before me and somewhat during my little kid era. Not even when I was a teenager. Like some of us teenagers cool. That's when I get ooh fuck me girl. It's like you lose me with that because you sound corny when you sing cuss words. It sounds stupid. But I don't know.
Best thing to do, Craig. You're usually not. You usually fly where me and Keynote got to drive to. So me and Keynote be driving a lot together. And the funniest thing you should witness is the way I torture him with the radio, bro.
Not all the time, because even there was sometimes like we was listening to R&B. No, we were listening to R&B and I was jamming, and he was like, "This is the stuff your sister showed you," and I was like, "Yeah."
Son, you would only jam if I played Mint Condition or Spread Your Wings.
No, yeah,
Spread Your Wings.
Hell yeah, True Edition. stuff like that.
Which is dope.
So you operate in that 90s pocket of R&B.
So do I.
Or even 80s or 80s or 70s, man.
Okay.
Or, even some 60s, bro. But it's specifics like I don't like the, some of the girls cool, but I just don't like then I'm gonna fuck you and finna spread your ass cheek. It's like, yo, man,
who does that?
Dog, it's not
I've never heard that song.
A lot of R. Kelly, a lot of some certain eras, like even some Jodeci, man. I respect Jodeci, I do.
I don't think I've ever heard Jodeci be like that out the window.
Nah, but to me it just has that sound. I'm sorry. It's like, okay. It's
even Freak Me was smooth and not.
Yeah, and that was cool. I liked it at the time.
Man, that first Jodeci album is like unfucking defeated.
It's cool. It's cool, man. But
it's not as platinum as it should be.
I don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like it. It's just like some of it's like I'm not. Oh, word, the Jodeci songs on. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like one or two joints where I'm like, word, that's dope. I like that.
But I'm not
like I'm gonna jam it in the car.
Who lives rent free in my head right now as like as far as like the new R&B, SZA. Like, yo,
okay,
SZA be singing. I don't know. She's singing a way where it's like rap, and
I could dig it.
Yo, man, like I would rescue her from like any situation. Like, yo, SZA.
She said she's retiring.
Whatever, sure, exactly. You're retiring, but
that's what she's saying. But yeah, like, she's like, this is my last record.
She also lies a lot though too, and I like it, and I like that she lies about stupid things, and I like that makes her like a regular girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the facts, okay, true.
Yeah, like your lies and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, right. You're just like all of them. With your lies,
all of you,
your random lies,
with your lies, to all of you.
I've never had a birthday cake before. Picture with her having a birthday cake when she was 7. But there's something about like just. I believe her every time she can lie and everything else, but when she sing, I believe whatever the fuck she said. Like
whenever she's singing,
you went through that. Yep, hell yeah. Like, and this new one, production wise, great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Could have probably did without the Old Dirty Bastard, feature that you said you had, because I went straight to that. Like I was like,
how'd
what?
I didn't even.
It was like an Old Dirty Bastard verse that you heard before, but it wasn't the studio version. It might have been him like rapping in an interview or something, and they just chopped it up and made it flow. And I was really hoping you had either some shit off that Ason Unique album that everyone hasn't overheard yet. Because as soon as you started rhyming, it's like, oh, I know this song.
Right. Yeah.
Chicks get hyped.
I mean, I think there's a lot of good R&B, out right now, like new artists. Like I really do. Like newer or newish. So Key, when you say none of the new shit, like you're not giving it a chance.
I'm more of a neo soul kind of a guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I put that in the same pocket. That could be a problem.
It's like, crazy how Neo is cool. So
you got
that's weird.
Yeah,
he looks. I swear he looks like a 1920s boxer every time I see him.
He does.
It's like
he looks like a pugilist.
Yeah, exactly.
He fights like this.
Oh, yo, switching topics real quick. Speaking of pugilism, on the entertainment front, gonna be a new Bruce Lee movie out.
Oh, word?
Yeah, man. Of course, I'm hyped
is
about
it like a biopic or is it like somebody, do it like a documentary joint?
Nah, it's gonna actually be a biopic. It ain't gonna be like this cursed lie that just came out. That came out like 2 years ago or something, 2 or 3, maybe a little bit longer than that. It was called like The Tale of the Dragon or whatever, which is a complete lie. The whole thing was like a lie. But this is how he came up with Jeet Kune Do. No, it wasn't at all. Like he had people flying and glowing, and it's crazy. Anyway, but like this is supposed to be like a real joint. Like one of his daughter Shannon Lee's like one of the producers on it this time around. So you're not gonna have a bunch of nonsense. And hopefully, man, there's gonna be some legit.
In a lot. Shannon?
Yeah, a lot.
Dude, because she's on Cinemax was dope.
Oh, the Warrior.
Oh yeah, what it did is
Warrior.
That's Bruce Lee's story. He couldn't. They wouldn't let him put out before. That was really supposed to be. That was more like the TV show Kung Fu. Mm-hmm. This is more like what he wanted it to be. This is what he wrote it to be.
Before it got culture vultured.
Yeah, and David Carradine squinted his eyes. Yeah, man, it's crazy. But yo, Ang Lee, the dude, no relation to Bruce Lee. Ang Lee, the guy who did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon back in 2000. He's the one that's directing this, and then his son. Do you remember the Asian dude that was in The Hangover? Was it 2? It was the one where they went to Bangkok or Thailand. You remember that one?
The guy who used used to be a dentist, and now he's like an actor comedian.
No, not him. There was the whole thing was because the girl's brother got lost in Thailand, and so they had to go find him. Well, the brother, the guy who got killed, like the kid who got lost, that's who's gonna be playing Bruce Lee, and the guy who lost his finger in the movie. And
so what about the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood stuff?
Oh, it's kind of settled down a little bit. Like, dude was getting threats and stuff, but Tarantino, because Katz was like, yo, man, like, why did you make Bruce look like a weak dude? He don't even follow his dad. He didn't talk like, it was kind of anti like everything. And he was like, Quentin Tarantino was like, no, I know some of the stuntmen and all that. And it was like BS, because all the stuntmen, he used to like make sure the stuntmen got paid because he was used to being screwed around. So he's like, oh, make sure everybody gets broke off, man, especially the stuntmen. Gotcha. But, they kind of blamed a little bit of his weird racism type stuff he does sometimes. Quentin, they say they kind of they kind of blame that on making Bruce a cocky little jerk. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, I feel like there's like poet, like he takes creative liberty with a lot of history stuff. Like, I mean, if you saw Inglourious Bastards, I wish Hitler would have got killed in that way.
He did not.
You know what I mean?
No, that's how I felt about it. That's how I felt. I wasn't like they disrespected my Qigong, my teacher. No, it was like, yo, like it's like, yeah, it's licensed, but I could see how, like he said, I could see how his daughter would get mad, and like I just didn't like what he said about Bruce Lee's like students and stuff. I didn't like that at all. I was like, yo, because I'm included in that. So I'm like, yo, fuck off. But other than that, it's poetic license. You know what I'm saying?
But I tell you what, man, if I taught a generation of people how to fight, and you disrespect me in a movie, if the people who learn how to fight my way don't like fucking like hit that nigga with a Chinese star. I'm gonna feel like all my teachings were for naught.
Yeah, Kareem should have limped over there with his walking sticks
and did something. But man, but what happened that really happened to Steven Seagal, oddly enough. He said some shit about Bruce or something about Jeet Kune Do or something. And his students, these old dudes was like, yo, let's get it in. Like, so like he's like, no. Yeah. And they was like, yo, and they're much older than him. Was like, yo, any one of it, let's go. Because no, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just
picture Steven Seagal getting beat like the bride in Kill Bill 1 when he was showing what happened at the church. He just kick from one side, kick to the other side.
He's actually good though, isn't he? Isn't he like?
No, he's good. He's good at that art. No, he's legit at that art, but the art's not like, if you watch all his videos where he's training, no one's like fighting against him. They just go with it. They roll with it. And that works in that setting, but you got a good boxer. You get you a good wrestler. You get you a good... You know what I'm saying?
He's like the dude who trains people how to defend against guns.
That exactly. It looks good on camera. You know what I'm saying?
This is what you do if someone has a gun behind you in a car. Like, you're gonna get shot immediately.
That's what's gonna happen.
And I think he like has a detachable ponytail because people probably try to grab that thinking they'll get the upper hand. Then when it comes off, you're just shocked, and then you're getting beat. Like that's how.
That's so dope. That's so vaudevillian. That's just such a way of like protecting yourself. I protect myself with comedy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna do that shit.
Then he squirted him with water from a flower that he had in his chest.
I didn't know what to do. He began to beat me. Yeah, good. But yeah, that's what's going down in the action news. You can use.
Yo, man, keeping it movie for a second. Like, I'm really stressed out, like being like a superhero movie fan. Like everything that's going on with DC and
what's up with all that?
How they just can't get it right. Like, yo, Henry Cavill's back. No, he isn't. We're gonna reboot everything. Nothing that ever happened in the Snyderverse matters. And then Wonder Woman 3, like they was writing the script for it, and Patty Jenkins turned it in and like, yo, man, what is this shit? And then they was like, yo, rewrite it again. And she's like, no, I'm not rewriting it again. I'm out. I quit. So no Wonder Woman 3. Aquaman 2 is like the last outing. I think Robert Pattinson may actually be the Batman for the whole like cinematic universe. And like the Rock's
Michael
Black
Keaton
Adam.
was supposed to come back. I was looking forward to that.
We was about to get a Batman Beyond movie, and we didn't even know, and now we know it's not happening.
Out of there.
Yeah, it's like, come on, DC, get it together.
I thought Black Adam was kind of fun. It was a fun movie.
Black Adam was good.
I didn't peep it yet. I ain't peeped it yet.
I just think people would only like support one black thing in a 60-day time period. It's like, hey, man, it's gonna be Black Adam or Black Panther. You can't.
Yeah, it was a weird release time.
Yeah, like if you'd waited, you should have waited till February.
But like, it was good. Like he's not,
especially for a character that no one really knows a lot about. Like, I mean, if you're a comic book head,
right? Isn't he?
He's down. Yeah, it has to do with Shazam. It comes from the same. He's down with them wizards.
Yeah, he's like down with the gods. Not like in a brand Nubian way, but like in a like Zeus in them. You know what I mean?
Just to be clear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like not Lord Jamal, Lakim Shabazz, you know what I'm saying, and all those people, but like, yeah, like
that'd be so ill if somehow they tied that into the DC universe.
Yo, Shazam and Black Adam over building with the gods.
The pillar,
building
the pillar has wise intelligent in there. And
today's mathematics. That'd be so
ill.
Word.
Rock like, this funky joint.
Yeah, you know, it's just tough to win when you have so many movies coming out at once, you know, and I think people start to like experience superhero film fatigue, and it just sucks because I haven't experienced film fatigue yet because I'm looking forward to all this stuff, and like so many things are not happening now. It makes me sad.
I kind of jumped on Thor: Love and Thunder, man. Like I tried to watch it, and
was it good?
I mean, you might like it.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It was too slapstick, too like.
For the kids,
I wanted it to be
kids
better.
Will love it. The kids are gonna love it, but like, you know, I think with what's it called with the
Taika Waititi?
No, the chick with the little ears up here, the antlers. What's that show? The
Guardians of the Galaxy?
The Marvel show.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, so Guardians of the Galaxy. I think they took the slapstick of that and they ran with it too far
because it worked in Ragnarok. I think that like people liked Ragnarok because it was a little bit more lighthearted, and I think they like took that as the wrong cue. Like, you know, when a chick winks at you, but she really just had something.
Bro, you better not eat the big piece of chicken or we're gonna fight.
Whoa.
Can't say that.
Sorry, Mason.
Domestic abuse. I'm into it.
Yeah, but yeah, it just should have been better, and I was a little disappointed in it as well. Like I wanted it to be as good as Ragnarok.
I think
it wasn't.
I think recently, as far as the movies, the superhero movies, I think the TV shows have been better than the movies.
On the DC tip?
Yeah, like even like the DC stuff, the
Peacemaker
DC stuff on
was
WB,
amazing.
Yeah, Peacemaker, like all the stuff.
Peacemaker, man.
HBO Max, like all the Disney Plus stuff. I think that is better than, you know, the movies that have been.
I like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Like I like Sandman. You know, like I don't know if you watched Sandman yet.
Is that a show? What channel does it come on?
I think it's called Sandman, bro. You need to look.
Which one? You talking about on Disney?
Yeah, I don't remember what platform it's on, but it's a comic book base. It's incredible. Just look up Sandman, Crack, and you'll see. Is
it about the guy that Spider-Man fights?
No. It's about the dude who.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, here, look. It's about the guy who can like. He's like. Travels in time and back in time, and
I was hoping it was like the origin story.
I'm not a big
comic people off stage at the Apollo when they're not good.
That would be so dope. His origin story of how he got his hit. The Sandman.
He got these magic shoes that allowed him to dance and bring people off stage in a comedic way.
This joint right here. Oh, that looks like Keanu Reeves in the. Oh wait, hold on.
There ain't nothing there, man. I don't even know what you're talking. What you trying
That's
to
what the.
Yes.
Sandman.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
It's banging.
Word.
Banging.
I wonder if anybody did watch it thinking it was either the Spider-Man person or Bob Man from the Apollo.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, word, they're gonna do something with that because he was kind of bigger in the comic book and Sandman.
Is that a crow on his shoulder? It's giving me crow.
It is.
It's gonna confuse everybody.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm confused now.
Word.
Yeah.
So, fellas, man, it's been another great week, and we hope to do this again sooner.
This
sooner.
Yeah.
So we're hitting our stride. When are you guys gonna do the race war, man? Like, you know, from the last episode, like I listened to the episode before it uploaded, and I was like, "Ooh, I can't wait to figure out who's gonna win this race."
I'm ready whenever. Now that I got my lungs back.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever.
I should have ran the race while y'all had COVID.
Well, it wasn't COVID, I don't think.
No, you know, but I felt like I was like feeling like 1980s AIDS, like it was bad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it would have been a cute little turkey trot. Yeah, exactly like Pedro. But yeah, I'm down whenever you are, man. So we need to make that happen, baby. You know,
you don't want this smoke, Keynote.
I'll be in town like week after next.
It's definitely happening when you're in town.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're in town,
you gotta.
And hopefully we'll have an in studio, episode with all of us together. Oh, and real quick, shout out to our first little sponsor, Valley of the King Studio, for all your studio recording and mastering needs when you're in Dallas, Texas, anywhere across the country. Valley of the King Studio. Okay, there you go. First little plug.
Yo,
yeah,
they got
it's
amazing rooms, top tier sound quality, and you'll never know who you're running to at the studio, man. So shout out to Valley of the Kings, for real, for real.
Billy Sin, what up? Yep.
No diggity,
yeah, man. So hopefully we'll do something there. Maybe we can film, have us do the amazing racist race there, and then we could,
amazing racist
race, yeah, and then see who's the superior ethnic, who should be exterminated between us two.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh man, so whoever loses, like their race goes away.
Yeah, it just goes away. And I'm kind of mixed though, so a lot of people will go away because I'm mixed. So a lot of people going away.
Yo, Crack. So in honor of the holidays and your love for movies, what you know about this?
Oh yeah, it's a Griswold joint.
Okay, from
that's dope.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Gotta be completely honest, I've never seen that movie.
What?
Yo, let me tell you. And here's the crazy thing: in my world, only National Lampoon's Vacation and European Vacation exist. However, I have been told that Christmas Vacation is the best one.
Dude.
And I did see the end of Vegas Vacation one day on like the MGM channel. But like, I don't know why.
It doesn't compare.
I don't know why I fronted on Christmas Vacation.
Oh, man,
I don't know why.
You, that's the weirdest thing. That shocks me just as much as hearing you say you've never seen E.T.
I never said that.
I know that's what that's how shocked I am. Gremlins.
Oh yeah.
Or
yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I didn't want to watch it because they didn't go anywhere in that one. I was like, what the fuck kind of vacation is this? Y'all at home.
No, but I could dig that, especially from a kid's point of view. You know what I'm saying?
And then I also peeped that they flipped the kids. I'm like, those aren't the same kids. I'm not here for any of this shit.
But they do that in European Vacation and also the first one.
Yeah. I was too young to know the difference at that point. But like, by the time Christmas Vacation came out, I was like 9 and knew better or something.
Yo, how crazy is it that you hear about how he is though, Key? Like Chase, Chevy, like what a dick he is in like real life.
Yeah, I hear that. That hurts. That hurts deep inside.
Yeah. That man, it'd be tough with like, especially when you really rock with people, because like, like during the early 80s, Chevy Chase was that guy. You know what I mean? So for you to hear all these terrible stories, even like recently, he's not a good guy. And it's like, oh, come on, man, really? Like even when he was on Community, everybody hated him.
Hated him.
That show. It hurts.
They were saying like Saturday Night Live won't even have him back. Like,
yeah, that's crazy, man.
They wanted to do the Steve Martin, Chevy Chase. They wanted to get that whole crew back.
Bill Murray,
and they all said
that's my hero.
They all said nope, not if Chevy's gonna be there.
That's crazy. Yeah. We just had Steve Martin the other day on it, and Martin Short. They was both like co-hosts.
They had them too. Yeah, man. Big up them dudes, man.
I think that might be the show that they were gonna do that on.
Oh wow!
But they said no if he was involved in it.
Yeah, that dude, man.
They were saying Bill Murray got caught up in something recently too. Aziz Ansari was directing his first movie, and like he trying to climb out of the hole because he had a date that didn't go well, and and yeah, so like whatever Bill Murray did, like made the movie get halted.
Supposedly to Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
But yo, he was like, yo, it's a joke, and we're in different times. You can't joke like that anymore. And then I'm like, it's Bill. Bill's like one of my heroes, man. Can't do wrong unless he like physically like puts something in somebody against their will. Then I'm like, okay.
All right. So what about Bill Murray's cameo in Cocaine Bear?
Oh,
he's in it.
Yeah, I think I did see something about
Bill Murray is in Cocaine Bear.
Oh, heck, I'm seeing it for sure now.
Have you seen the previews for that?
A piece of it. Yeah, I seen a piece of it. I saw like the first few minutes. I got something.
Like, how does that happen? And it's loosely based on a true story.
Yeah. Like, of course they putting the Hollywood remix on it, but I'm definitely checking for that.
Dude, the cast list is A+. Like everybody you can think of is in that movie. Like just Google right now, pull up the cast list for Cocaine Bear. It'll blow your mind. Like who's in it?
I just want to use my imagination.
Like, okay, yes, and
just put people in there.
Is Mindy Kaling in it?
She is.
MC Hammer?
Word.
He is in it.
Word.
Ooh, what about what about Dr. Fink from Prince's Band?
No, sorry, he's not in it. But the dude from Princess Bride is in it.
Oh, Carrie.
That makes sense.
Carrie Lewis, I think is how you pronounce his last name.
That dude? Which one? The white dude?
Saul.
Yeah, Saul Masterson from. Did you ever see the? Wait, who was the girl? What was that TV show with Carrie? She was always in some shit, and she was like a FBI agent or CIA that would go over to the Middle East. It was a big time show.
Oh, we talking about Homeland.
Yeah, Homeland. So that dude.
Mm-hmm.
I am Diego Montoya. That guy from Princess Bride. He plays like the main character in that show.
Oh,
what about the nerd from the movie Meatballs, the one with the glasses, the big nose? He used to be in
one or two.
I
think two with the alien.
Yeah, he was also in Midnight Madness.
Oh my God!
Dang it! That movie with Michael J. Fox, baby. What do you know about that?
That would be such an expensive movie to make now, like with everybody that's kind of popping.
Yeah. Oh, what? But would they be able to? I thought you were gonna say like the original cast. I was like, but they redo it with the original cast. You know how crazy.
Yeah, what about the original cast of Maximum Overdrive?
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Was Kurt Russell in that?
No.
His son wasn't that?
No. Emilio Estevez.
Who's
Emilio
his daddy?
Estevez. His dad is whatchamacallit, President Kennedy. What's his face?
Yeah. So why did he change his name to Estevez? Was that some?
No, that's his real name.
No,
Sheen changed his name. No, Martin Sheen and them changed their Hispanic dude.
Yeah, I heard he was like in a Sally's Beauty Supply, and he's like, "Yo, you gotta put your name on a resume." And he's looking around, and he saw like Afro Sheen, like Charles Sheen.
That's how it happened, Charlie Sheen. But Charlie Sheen can speak like fluent Spanish. It's crazy.
Dang, that's crazy because you wouldn't even know that. Like, yeah. So Emilio Estevez was Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I didn't see that movie. John Carpenter did that one, right?
What? You didn't see Maximum Overdrive?
No. Yeah, no, it was Stephen King wrote it.
There you go. I knew it was like one of those like guys who was like good at horror, and for whatever reason, I was like, I don't want to see this movie. There's that and Evil Dead. Like, I don't know why I never seen Evil Dead.
Come on, you see Evil Dead, bro.
I've seen the live play version of it. Haven't seen the actual movie.
I don't know if that's a good representation.
So it was a great representation. I legit want to see the movie on the strip to that, but I don't have any time. I don't have any time.
I feel you.
Yeah, that does take a big investment in time.
I'm sure it doesn't take more than a 90-minute investment. I just have to carve out 90 minutes. It's always something.
Yeah, but you can't carve out 90 minutes.
No.
Only the Troubleshoot podcast.
They need to make like one of those USBs you can just plug into you like in Peripheral. Have you seen Peripheral?
Nah, but like I definitely get the vibe. If I could like osmosisly like watch and listen to things as I sleep, it would be a much greater day for me.
You'll be able to
much greater day.
If Mr. Musk has anything to do with it, it's coming. Neuralink.
Yeah, his timetable on which we can like do things like scares me often. It's like, yeah, we're gonna be on Mars by 2026. Say word.
And you're like, yeah,
that's 3 years.
I don't know.
When he said he was gonna make it there alive, we just said we were gonna put people there.
Yeah, just bodies.
He's like, see, we did it. He opens a funeral home there.
I told you we'd have people there.
Ran.
You just like great. Bodies just flying in like flares and shit as they burn up going into Mars.
Oh, so disrespectful. Just so disrespectful. It's just flying corpses, just
arms like flailing and stuff.
Just,
like, man.
Oh, horrible. This look of fear on the corpse's face, just horrible.
That would be wild though. Like if NASA just, like let's just say if they did it like 75 years ago, if they just scattered human remains across like all the key planets and shit, but didn't tell anybody what they did. So when people discovered these things later, they'd be like, yo,
there was people here.
It was apparently recently because, it's this close to the surface.
What an elaborate gag. Like just a multi-million-dollar gag.
The biggest prank NASA ever pulled.
And they're like, just some dickhead does it. He's like, this is gonna get him, man.
Even if they just did that shit on the moon, like just throw some random body parts on the moon, like just all shapes and sizes. It don't even belong to the same person. Like, yo, apparently it was like a human, but he had baby leg bones.
he could run really fast. Yo, it'd be dope if they just did that on the strip so the aliens know what's up. So they land there's like, yo, hold up, they kill their own people and they put them what I'm saying, they're all over the place.
Kill their own people.
They, you know what I'm saying, so the aliens don't care. You know what I'm saying, come through like, oh shit, I'm not gonna mess with them. They're skeletons.
Masters of misinformation.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Dude, you guys are fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, you guys are awesome too, man. Hope we get to see you guys during the holidays.
Another episode, man. So have you guys been pondering like who's gonna be our first guest?
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna probably be our first guest.
Yeah. Maybe
then
bring like
I think it's like the first episode that all three of our mics worked right. So like, yeah, we're our official first guest. I consider this our official first episode.
Insert laugh track.
no.
Clap track.
Oh, clap track. Okay.
Applause for us, like when James Evans got that drop. No, he got
Well, there you go. That's more like it with us. Like,
damn.
Hey man, we finally made it, and that's it. No, we didn't.
We did it. So earlier in the recording, did you guys notice that I froze or went out or anything?
No. Yeah, he did froze and go out. Yeah.
Did he?
Okay.
Did he?
Yeah, like he disappeared. It was just a 2-person show for a second.
Yeah,
oh, wow,
okay. I was
awesome.
just making sure that, but I like the way you guys kept it moving.
Yeah, we're professional over here.
Yeah, well, I can only see part of my screen, so I didn't even know you were gone.
Yeah, and then Crack's clicking away on something over there. Did you find something cool?
Who, me? No, I'm just like messing with my mouse.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
But yo, man, hopefully we'll try to get another one done here real quick and real soon. And because we're hitting a stride, man. It's not we're getting a few in every month, so hopefully it's gonna be every week. We getting it. Let's get it.
Next time in person, all wearing pants. How about that?
Ooh, I like that. Or shirt.
Maybe.
The
pants are optional.
Cod piece.
Ooh. EAO. Took me a while to think about that because it's that late.
Cod.
We'll get you some rest, buddy.
Love you guys.
Yeah. Love you.
Peace.
Bye. See ya.